recap and on Baylor men's basketball's win over Northern Colorado. But first, the injury report has been the same. Nothing new to address there. Nothing new. Jordan Turner missed the game again. But Northern Colorado made 21 shots out of 56, including 10 for 29 threes, which is 34.5%. But field goal percentage was 37.5, which is not a bad number. But the 3-point percentage needs to be lower. 10 for 14 on free throws for Northern Colorado. They had 32 rebounds, 16 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, 24 turnovers, 19 fouls. While Baylor had made 37 shots out of 70, 52.9%. Of course, you would like to go get that higher. 10 for 31 on threes. So some of those threes need to be better shot selection and instead of forcing them up. 32.3%, I mean. 11 for 16 on free throws, which is not bad, but I prefer higher percentage. But I mean, yeah, 40 rebounds in the game, which you got to hit the glass harder on the offensive end. You only had 9 offensive rebounds in this game. But the defensive rebounding was great. 31 of those, 24 assists, 15 steals, 4 blocks, 10 turnovers, which they only committed 3 in the second half, so that's an improvement. And 16 fouls, which, of course, you want the fouls to go down. And first, I'm going to go to the starting lineup. Adam Flagler had 13 points on 5 for 10 shooting, including 3 for 7 from 3, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, 2 fouls. That's a pretty good game. L.J. Cryer had 20 points on 8 for 16 shooting, including 4 for 9 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Keontae George didn't have his best shooting night, but here's the deal. 12 points on 4 for 12 shooting, 1 for 6 from 3. Of course, you like him to shoot better than that, but 3 for 5 for free throws. I like to see 4 for 5 or 5 for 5 out of a guard. But 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 1 foul. So he did everything else good. Of course, you want to limit your turnovers, though. Flo Thamba had only 6 points on 2 for 2 shooting, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. And I know he's been making them in practice. He just got to make them in games. 4 rebounds, 1 block, 1 turnover. Jalen Bridges, I know he didn't shoot the ball from 3 that great. 7 for 11 from the field. 1 for 5 from 3. But he's been making them most of the time all year long. So 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 3 fouls. And granted, he does need to lessen the fouls. He's 33% now from the year, which isn't a bad percentage, but of course I would like to see that number go higher, and maybe he needs to drive toward the rim and try to get more contact just to get to the free throw line because he's been making his free throws. Now, as for the bench players, Langston Love had 5 points on 2 for 4 shooting, 1 for 2 from 3. That's it. Dale Bonner had a great game. 12 points on 5 for 6 shooting, none of which were threes. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 steals, no turnovers. Yeah, 6 steals coming from a guy that's off the bench. That's pretty good. Of course, Jake Youngkin didn't do anything, 0 points on 0 for 1 from the field, which was on a 3-point shot he tried to get late. He's a walk-on. Caleb Lohner had 6 points on 2 for 6 shooting. Granted, I want his shooting percentage to go up. 0 for 1 from 3, which I'm glad that he took a 3 if it was a good one. Open. No. 2 for 2 on free throws, but 10 rebounds, 2 steals, but he committed 4 turnovers. Yeah, he needs to cut down on turnovers. He's the bugaboo on the turnovers. Zach Loveday didn't do. He only had 0 points in the game, but he had 2 fouls. But Joshua Juwuna, man, he needs to work on his fouling. 6 points, 2 for 2 from the field, 2 free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, but 4 fouls. There's not a lot of negatives in the game. Like I said, transition defense, you got to be better on the 3-point line. both offensively and defensively, and offensive rebounding. So everything else was good in this game, and no injuries coming out of this game, which is a positive. The next game is against Virginia, which I will have a preview on them soon. And it's based on last year's stats, so don't expect this year's stats, by the way. And it's for the Continental Tire main event in Las Vegas, where after the Virginia game they'll play either a winner, or depending on the results, it's going to be either UCLA or Illinois next. And both of those are top 20 teams. UCLA is number 8 in the country. Well, Illinois is number 19. I'm positive of that. So, yep. Anyways, I just want to go over that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into 400 subscribers and more by the end of this year or sometime in the future.